What's good, YouTube? Back again with another video. We'll be talking about my said truck. I think another video I kind of said there was something wrong with it. Now I'll show you guys right now. Pretty sure this thing got a dead battery, so I hope if I turned on the actual jump box. This a little bit so I can see. So yeah, get this guy rolling. I'm pretty sure I went over this. This is supposed to be the tow rig, but this really just became a project in itself. For the most, it's here sticky as hell. Why? Look how fucking dirty this thing is. I washed it not that long ago, but maybe I should have turned it off, but it's not going to charge that battery anyway. That thing's dead. Backstory on this, I have a kind of a video that's kind of incomplete because I kind of just forget to film stuff sometimes and I'll just get carried away with working. So what this is, it's a 73, I think? 73 square body C20, the long bed. Originally came with a 454 in it with a TH400. I bought it like that from Fremont, was gonna drive it back. It broke down not even a block from that dude's place. He had it in a warehouse. Broke down, so I get it towed here. Eventually got it running. I did lifters, a new intake manifold because the one that came on it was heavy as fuck. I didn't want to deal with it. So I did lifters because one of the lifters was collapsed. I did notice one of the lifter bearing things was mushroomed. I ignored it because I wasn't going to put a new cam in it. So I put lifters, new intake manifold, a new carburetor, which I had to rebuild because I broke the old one being dumb. I snapped one of the ears off. And yeah, it was fine. And then I drove it for a week. Took it home. Came back, took it to work. I got something after work. I got food or ice cream or something. Got home and it started squealing. So I'm like, damn, I probably threw a bell. And then eventually it broke down in front of my house. Luckily, it broke down in front of my house. So that was kind of weird. The terminals came off. So I'm like, oh, that's probably the issue. Put it back on. And it started squealing again. It's okay, whatever. I pushed it in front of my house, I guess. Like across the street from my house. Came back the next day, turned back on, started rod knocking. So I was like, oh fuck, well, this thing's fucked up. So I got this idea to put a 530 in it because I was gonna rebuild that 454, especially once the carburetor is old as fuck, it's big as fuck, and it got like 7 miles to the gallon, I think, when it was new at least. So I was like, I'm not gonna do all that. I want this thing to be simple. So I looked up on Marketplace, looked at a couple different cars. I found a Tahoe that was, he wanted 300 bucks or 400 bucks for it. I got it stupid cheap. And I ran and drove. It just had some title issues, which I don't really care about because I was going to junk the car anyway. So I got that. And yeah, got it for the engine, transmission for 400 bucks. I sold the cats for 400. I sold the transmission because it was a 4x4. I couldn't use it. I think I sold that for 6. I sold the transfer case for 200. So I was in the green with that whole deal. Now it has a leaky head gasket. So I figured it out because I did a coolant block tester. Coolant turned yellow. I'll try to insert a clip. I think combustion gases is getting into the coolant somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's where it was. Also, the car started smoking out of randomly. So that happened a long time ago. I forgot about it and I turned it on again when I think my boy Will was working on something. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot it was smoking. So that's when I wanted to do all the cool stuff. So yeah, What I'm gonna do right now is I want to check if it's leaking out of that or if it's a head gasket, because I want to determine if I'm gonna be using this block, because I have another block I could use. I was gonna save it for a future project. I have a lot of project stuff in my head, what I want to do and whatnot. So I have a block that's good. That just needs to be reassembled. Is this guy right here. Needs a cam, lifters and all that. And I'm probably gonna put a cam in this and then put in that thing. So it could be, you know, a nice rowdy truck a little bit. So it can still tow and have some chop and whatnot. But yeah, I want to determine if this block is junk, because yeah, I just want to figure it out before I do anything, honestly. So that's probably that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I want to get another visual of that crack, and I want to pressurize the system, see if it's weeping through that crack. So seeing better days. Which may be a crack, but I'm trying to get a side view of the wall that is cracked that I remember seeing. I think I'm gonna have to rotate the engine a little bit. You just kind of see how it kind of curves over. I think that's what I saw. Like I said, I never had a heads off of this thing, so it's not like something I could touch or potentially scratch myself. Either way, this thing smokes. So I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna pressure test the system, see if that starts weeping. It probably would help if I had the car warm. There might be an issue as well. Either way, the heads have to come off of this thing. I just want some security that this block is junk or not, because I have uses for parts of this engine. Alright, let's see. So far the cylinder is cool, honestly. My suspicion was that it was at least this cylinder. It's holding pressure for the most part. I'm probably gonna have to take out all those spark plugs, which I kind of don't want to do. But let me pull the other plugs. I might have to do that. So let me get that going, and then yeah. So it's the wettest, but getting any crazy things going on right now. This thing will fucking cooperate with me. Put it in. The only thing I put gaskets on was it. Everything else original from 2003. So, I'm proud of that. But did what I had to do. It was cool. Now onto this side, which it's a lot better. Looking at it now, it is a lot better too. That's with this side compared to the other. Don't look too terrible. These are weird plugs. I never really seen these. Again, like, so don't hold up, the porcelain's cracked on these guys. It's cracked all the way around. So that's another issue. It has some fucking bonk ass plugs in it. Let's see if I can get in there. This side's gonna be a lot easier because the plugs are facing outward. Yeah, no, this one has oil in it. Interesting. So this thing is probably burning oil. This one looks dry though. It's still at 15 psi, so it's not dropping. I think I do gotta get it like warmed up. Which, once I put the plugs back in, I'm not gonna get back in here. So, that was my... I got a running one, and then eventually I got an abandoned vehicle notice on the car. I had to move it within like 72 hours or something, or clean it up or something. I just drove it on my driveway, and it stayed there for the next year. I bought this thing. This plug looks fine too. This number cylinder 3 has had a bunch of oil in it. This one looks not too terrible. Has a restricted right here, but that's the least of the problems right now. Up, and then we'll see how it sounds like. Let's get this thing warmed up. Yeah, let me grab the testing kit. Fill line, I think. Right there. Fill line. Sure you don't want any contact with a clunk that's going to just mess up your readings, but this is pretty much bring out all the air in the system. You can see the more I do that, the more green it gets. This is straight up blue fluid. And my boy Will's tester or scanner, see if it can hook up to the scanning or hook up to the car. Hopefully there's an active misfire code, because it's pretty misfiring right now. I don't know what that is. should really get it back into its spot so it doesn't get stuck here. So yeah, I'm just gonna get it back into its spot so it's not stuck right here. Because this thing's pretty massive. I don't want to be that guy who's blocking the entrance of the shop. Well, that sucks. Hopefully it's not stuck in the middle of the fucking drive. I have a little bit of gas. Hopefully that's it. But that's usually not just it. Alright, so that's that. I really don't want to get rid of this truck. I was looking for like diesels, like Duramaxes and like 7.3s or something, just to have something simple to like tow my cars with. But because this car is pretty fucking cool, for a truck. Like I said, I really don't want to get rid of it because I really like square bodies. But I've been having issues on issues, and it's probably just me, but yeah, I want to try to keep pushing through with this thing because I've had this for so long already. I already had it for 2 years, I think, and I kind of want to see this through. But you know, I do have a lot of cars going on. I do need my own truck though, because can't be borrowing my boys or borrowing my dad's all the time, and this was what I wanted. But yeah, I do want to finish it, so I'm probably gonna try to get it going and try to see it through, because yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. And nothing else really else to do on this thing right now. Yeah, I don't know whose this is. Side quest. This thing just appeared. I don't know whose vehicle that is, or Jack. So yeah. It's someone's whole ass project. I don't know whose it is though. Has to be one of our neighbors. Pretty sick. Alright. Yeah, that'll be it for this video. I have nothing else to do. Try to diagnose this thing. It is a leaking head gasket, but I thought it was a cracked cylinder, but it's not. So we'll find out when I rip the head off, and we'll see if there's anything visibly wrong with the block. Like I said, I wanted to use that engine as like a core, because I have another I have an LS1 block that my homie gave me. That one had what was wrong with it? It had a rod kick out of the pan. but the block itself was fine. It looked like it was fine. So I'll put these back. Whoever needs to use it. And yeah. So I had, my homie gave me this LS1 block. It had kicked out a rod through the pan. I don't have the pan anymore. I think my homie scrapped it. So I tried honing the block. It came out okay. Like I used like a 3-cylinder hone. There was one cylinder that was pretty messed up. I think it was this one. You can see vertical scratches. So I was gonna take this to a machine shop and see if they could do anything with it. But if that's okay, I need a crank. So I'm not gonna take the crank out of that thing because that's a good rotating assembly. This is what happened with that crank. So this crank on that LS1 block, it broke. So this thing was in a Corvette and it exploded. And this is the only damage in that I saw. So I think it's a lifter failure. I jammed some metal in between the block and the crank because there is some gouges on the block. You can kind of see it in there. I'm not gonna flip it over because I'm lazy, but there are some gouges on the block, which I'm gonna try to file down and see if that's block is even usable. But yeah, that's what happened with that. This block was gone through. I also want to see if this thing has been bored out or anything like that. I want to try to clean it up and use it because that'd be cool to have like an LS1 block on the side. I have LS1 heads over there too, and then I could get a manifold for it. Other than that, this thing was pretty clean. You can see through the valley, there's not a lot of fucking oil stainage, at least. Even when I took the heads off. I forget which heads it is. I think it's the one on the left. They're really clean. So this engine was taken care of until the point it broke. Cam bearings was cool too. The cam was chewed up because of that guy, obviously. But yeah, that's why I wasn't really tripping if that block was messed up, because I needed a crank. The cranks are the same from what I read on forums and stuff. They are the same. You just got to get them balanced with the rods you're going to use and the pistons you're going to have to get, because the pistons are different. So you have to get the whole rotating assembly balanced, which I was fine with doing, because you should do that anyway. I think they charge $100. So yeah, that's why I was kind of okay with that block being fucked up, because it's not gonna be, I guess, that detrimental to me, at least. So that'll be for this video. I don't know anything else going on right now. That thing is still broken. I do have some updates with the 240. I put a cam in it. I know I said I was gonna keep it stock, but I couldn't help myself. So I have a video coming up with that right now. I'm pretty much done. The car's done. I got it tuned and everything. Got tuned by an email. But yeah, I think it's pretty much done. I was gonna get more videos of it idling so I could show you the aftermath of it. But I was dealing with some issues with that. And yeah. Wait for this video. See you in the next one.